Hello and welcome to episode 12 of this series. Um, here's the strong. Here's the Fight Night Chapter 7. That we did in front of 246 people at the Queen's Lodge. We loaded this card up a bit because we knew basically doing the New York Cup, so we need to load this up a bit more. So short opening Jim Smallman got a 12. We're gonna dump that as a thing. West Coast crew defeated Created in Combats. They get a title shot. Saki defeated Ken Broadway. Dark Sheet defeated Casey Kirk. Matt Fitchett defeated Randy Myers to retain the Fight Night title. Davey Vega defeated Randy Summers. And Marcus Mathers, Brian Johnson, and Envy Young defeated Alec Angels, Alex Kane, and the Rez. So, as you can see, we have risen to 20. We've risen to 20. So that does mean, you can see it. What's the point? We signed Nick Gage. He's not debuting until the anniversary show. We signed with IWTV. Now, Independent Wrestling TV. Now, you might have noticed that probably on your version, it doesn't have the UK as coverage. I always add the UK because I am in the UK and I have at times had an IWTV subscription without a VPN or anything. I've just been able to subscribe from the UK. So I don't know if you can get it in Japan or Europe or Australia or India or Mexico, but I know you can get it in the UK. So I have added that. Sorry, just having a delicious Tango Mango. So financially, we're up to 7,820. 2,571 from sponsorship as expected. Merchandise was level 4, but we're not progressing. Production wise, we went up to generic just to avoid being sued. The lineup for the New York Cup is Alan Angels versus Tim Dunst, MB Young versus Dark Sheik, Brian Johnson versus Arez, and Alex Kane versus Matt Fitchett. This is a new start in this save, kind of. We have progressed to 20. We are 46th in the world. We have a nice roster 25. Yes, Dustin Walker and Caroline King also not debuting on today's show. They'll debut later. We're going to do it. See you in a second for the start of the New York Cup. So it's New York Cup in front of 268 people. The Queensboro Elk Lodge. We get an intro video package because we're on television now. And it's basically introduces audience to New York Strong, goes through the biggest moments of the company's history, but also talks about the 4 pillars of the company. 4 guys, if you want to know New York Strong, you need to know about. That's Bam Sullivan and Tim Dunst, our tag team champions. That's Brian Johnson, our current champion, and that's MV Young, very much kind of the face of the company. It gets a 32. Scott Hawley's gimmick was awful, but I don't care. We open up with the first quarterfinal. Alan Angels picking up the win over Tim Dunst. He advances to the semifinals. And Brian Johnson comes out and he grabs a microphone and he goes like, look, I'm not putting up the title in these matches, but whoever beats me in this tournament can have a title shot. And he's immediately beaten by Arez. Arez defeats Brian Johnson in 14-14 by pinfall with a 450 splash. They tried to steal the show. It was a bit short. Never mind. Alex Kane beats Matt Fitchett in the third of our quarterfinals. Not a bad match either, 46. Then MV Young says that he already won the open weight title twice. He's already won the Grand Prix. He'll add to his collection tonight about the New York Cup. to his list of accomplishments in New York Strong. 64 rating. And a 58 rating match, Envy Young beats Dark Sheik. Envy Young getting 71, Dark Sheik 56. Very good. Then a lovely little six-way match, which was won by Marcus Mathers. Include Dave Vega, Ken Broy, Marcus Mathers, Bam Sullivan, Saki, and Randy Myers. Marcus Mathers gets a shot at the Fight Night title if he wants it. 53. Alan Angels versus Envy Young gets 69. Nice. Envy Young defeats Alan Angels by submission in 14:59. Envy Young's in the final. Alex Kane versus Rez gets 59. Rez beats Alex Kane in 13:57 by pinfall, the 450 splash. Randy. Oh, no. Royce Isaacs. Broken forearm. West Coast Wrecking Crew defeat Milk Chocolate. And in a 71 rated main event, Arez beats MV Young in 15:56 by pinfall with a 450 splash. Arez wins the New York Cup. So even though Brian Johnson said he would get a title shot because he beat him, he now definitely gets a title shot because he won the New York Cup. Arez and MV Young have great chemistry. Brilliant. So good to see. They're going to be huge for us going forward this matchup. Now, he won because of interference from Alex Kane. Alex Kane cost MV Young the match. And then Arez and Alex Kane go to beat down MV Young. But Sullivan, Johnson make the save. Not the day, make the save for MV Young. Are we starting to see an alliance here between these four men who've been so important to the company so far? 55 ratio, no growth. That's fine. We've already made it to 20. We get it. No, 66 rated show. Growth in 24 regions. I jumped the gun there. I was looking at the wrong screen. Growth in 24 regions. 66 rating. There's only two men that really need MV Young and Arez. Injury review. 71 days can be worked through. Financial report. We lost a couple of ground on that show. Show costs obviously will have gone up because of production, but we got 1,053 off of broadcast revenue, which doesn't actually cover the increase in production costs. But if you look here, this is the important thing. So we've gone to 1 across Canada where we didn't have any pop, 8 in the Great Lakes, 8 in the Mid-Atlantic, 8 in New England, and then 1 across England. So it is October. Let me run you down what happened at Fight Night Chapter 8 in October that moved us to 21 pop. Matt Fitch opens the show saying he hasn't done enough for this title yet. Creating Combat defended the tag team titles against Milk Chocolate. Then he promised to build a bigger, stronger tag division for year 3. Ken Brory beats a young Dan Campbell, who signed. Kowalski beat John Fullington, Casey Kirk, and Yellow Wolf. Casey Kirk really injured herself like well over a year. So let her go. Envy said, Young said, you want to fight Fitch as a warm-up. Keep your belt, son. I don't want it. So he doesn't. There's not a title match. Envy Young beats Matt Fitchett. So, hello. We use 4 of our better talkers to do a hype video for the 2nd anniversary. We're at New York Strong Wrestleversary 2, being held in New York Strong. It's our 2nd anniversary. 298 people in the Queensboro Elk Lodge. Our biggest attendance yet. We kick off with the tag team titles. And in a 50 rated match, Creating Combat beat the West Coast Wrecking Crew. Royce Isaac had an injury, which really hampered it, but I wanted this match to go on. It'll be a car crash match. We go into our second match of the show. With 62 rating, Alan Angels defeated Marcus Mathers in 15:31 with pinfall with the Bullet Club. Match 3 sees Grindhouse pick up the win over Dark Sheik and Randy Myers. And then Ken Broadway comes out, and Ken Broadway talks about the fact, look, this is the anniversary show. I've been here a long time. I want a match on this show. I'm not on this show. I'm not leaving this ring until I have an opponent. Then music hits. And the wrestler was Ortiz, formerly one half LAX, AEW, TNA, the work. Ortiz comes out and answers the challenge of Ken Broadway. And he's rusty. Ortiz is rusty. In a 41 rated match, Ortiz beats Ken Broadway. Then the lights go out and the rumors are true. At this show, we will have. This is the beautiful thing about TEW. This match makes no sense in real life. Right? You'd never have this match. This match would never happen. As soon as I saw I could book it for this show, I was like, I want to book this match. So get to 44. Pipe package is fine. They both get great gimmicks, marketable. Nice. That's fine. And in a 44 rated wild brawl, because Nick Gage couldn't go more than 10 minutes. Katsuyori Shibata is really rusty. But he got 40, so Nick Gage got a 44 rated match. This match cost me way too much for a 44 rating, but that's fine. We've done it now. I really wanted it to happen. The Nick Gage 72 rated promo. Let's go. I sat in a locker room. First of all, MDK, gang affiliate Eastern Bloc, Hate Club. This is New York. I love wrestling here. I love the East Coast. I love New York. Why am I doing a terrible Nick Gage impression? I love it here. I had a good time wrestling GCW. That time is over. I know what this place is doing, man. I've seen it come up. I've seen the match. I've been at shows backstage. I know the locker room. I know the atmosphere. I want to be here, help build something. I might not be here every show. But there's people here who want to wrestle. There's people here who want to fight. I'm here to make this a bigger company than anyone could dream it could be. 72 rate promo from Nick Gage. And in a 71 rated match, Arez defeats MV Young in 15:55. A pinfall. Steal the show. Lack of psychology. Deserve better commentary. A little too short for an important match. And 13:55 by pinfall. 71 rating. MV Young gets on the mic and with 65 rating. He's very plain. Nick Gage. Any place, anytime. MV Young out. And in a 63 rated main event, Brian Johnson beats Alex Kane. With a DDT 1, Brian Johnson makes defense number 2, the Tri-State Openweight title. In a 62 rated closing promo, Brian Johnson goes, I want to thank everyone. There was maybe 60, 70 people in our first show 2 years ago. And now nearly 300 people. We're close to selling this place out. I'm so proud to be the champion of this company. I'm so proud of where this company is going. I'm so proud of what this company has achieved. New York strong. Year 3, bigger, better, badder. And a 65 rated show up in 24 regions. We will have lost tremendous amount of money on this show. It's the only thing. I'm gonna tell Nick Gage is awesome. I'm gonna tell Arez that he's awesome. We lost $3.5 grand on that show, which is like not great. But we made the 1,078 that we would be okay if we weren't broadcasting it. That's what we have to consider. You have to consider some things.